What up, everybody? Today we got a Kenworth fender we're going to be doing some repair work on. If you exhibit A. Yeah, no. So this thing got hit pretty good. We got all kinds of messed up stuff we got to be fixing. It's grooved right here, and this is SMC. SMC is kind of a fiberglassy plastic kind of stuff, so it's got its own type of repair stuff you got to use on it. Got to replace the lower fender extension piece here. It's just been ripped off. Got some more repair work. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to rip the skirt here off, assess more of the damage. We got all kinds of internal structure stuff we got to replace. So we're gonna get to it. All right, so now that we got her all stripped down, we're gonna start taking the headlight bucket out of it. It's glued in place and it's pinched underneath this other part of it, which is going to make things a little bit tricky, but that's okay. Most of this front of this piece is already separating, the glue's already coming undone, so the front half will be fairly simple and easy, hopefully. Probably just jinxed myself there, but we'll heat it up with some fire and give her some gentle encouragement, and hopefully this piece comes out. Alright, so we finally got that inner piece all out of there and just out of the way in general. Now we can see the meat and potatoes of our damage. Let's take a look here. It's cracked pretty bad here. Then we got a pretty bad crack here, and this whole lower lip is just destroyed. So what we're going to end up doing is getting it back to where it somewhat needs to be. I'm probably going to make some cuts in where these things are cracked so that it's just a cleaner. It might relax a little bit. We'll grind it up, use an adhesion promoter. Always use adhesion promoter when you're working on plastic or metton and stuff like that. It just kind of helps things get a little bit more bonded to each other with the glues and repairs. And that's where we're at for right now. Once we get all those repairs done, we will then fight putting that piece back up into where it goes so that it has a place for a headlight. Okay, so now that we've got the plastic moved around and cut into some of those where those cracks were, heated it up and moved the plastic around to where it was mostly where it needed to be. We'll pretty that up in a little bit, but now we're going to start doing the actual repair. I've already ground into this thing and I've cut some pieces of mesh. We're going to use 100EZ. It's a heat set plastic repair, and we're going to go and start doing kind of a grid pattern, and then once you get the grid pattern down, you throw your mesh on it, and then you re-go over the mesh with more of the 100EZ and kind of smoothing it out a bit. And then after you do all that, you hit it with some fire, and that's how it goes off. So now we'll kind of, we'll just get it going. When this stuff is new, you got to kind of goop some of it out to get it to really, because it's not mixed right. But this is a used one, so you don't really need to do that. I like to start off into the cracks just to make sure I got some of this 100EZ in there. Now that I got that going, we'll start doing the grid pattern I was just telling you about. Sorry, the angle's not exactly perfect for you guys to see what I'm doing, but after I get this laid in, I'll come back and show you guys. And this doesn't need to be like super precise or nothing. You just need to kind of get the material and stuff where it needs to be. I'll do the same thing for this guy right here. Just like that. We're going to start with one that I think is a little bit easier. This guy right here. I have over-gooped it. And it's okay. Now that you got your first layer on, take a little plastic thingy-mabob, just kind of tap it in there to make sure that all that 100EZ is getting into the fibers of the metton. I think that's what this stuff is called. I'm a sea student, okay, so bear with me. And I've already sprayed this with the adhesion promoter as well. And we got our second piece for this big repair. Plastic's not the most forgiving material, but you can shape and move it the way you need to most of the time. There's some good stuff everywhere. Another piece here. I'm doing this one in sections because, like, I've got a clamp here just to keep things where they need to be. So once I get this part to go off, I'll move the clamp and I'll finish the rest of this repair. That's okay. Yeah, gooped. Now that you got your layer down on there, you take your 100EZ again, and you just put another layer over the top of it in a nice grid pattern. Just like so. wish we had a pneumatic one. Because that gets tiring. So now that we got it all spread out, we're just gonna go back over it again. Like so. Something like that. Give her a nice little tap, 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 ring. Gotta smoothen it out a little bit. I can't get the spreader in there that great, so I'm just going to use a gloved up hand to kind of smoothen this over. That's basically what she's looking like now. Now we're going to hit it with some fire and get her set off. If I can find my torch. Right in my face. Now with this stuff, you don't need to heat it up like crazy hot. You just got to get, when it starts turning kind of a brownish color, pretty much good. I think the actual temperature is 165. Try not to set the project that you're working on fire. That always helps. And this metton stuff can be flammable, so you got to be kind of careful. But yeah, if you got like a thermometer, a laser thermometer thing, I believe it's like 165 degrees, and it's as hot as it needs to get to. I am not that technologically advanced. Once these things go off, we'll just let them sit for a little while, and then we're going to finish the other portions of this, because like I said, I had to do some of this in sections. So we're going to get her good and hot. I'm an idiot, and I apologize. So now that we got the inside all fixed and repaired, you can see all this different layer here. That's that 100EZ stuff. We're gonna grind the bejesus out of this. Do some grind work here, grinder work here. I got another crack that's down here I gotta fix, but I want to get this more secured with another layer on top of it first. But that's where we're at. So we'll get it ground up, throw another layer here, and we should be getting close as far as the actual repair goes. And then after the repair is done, we got to make it look pretty. Alright, now that this is being dried, I took the liberty of already throwing in the internal piece. We can see right there, you didn't miss much. I also got this lip here repaired. Just gonna drill the holes where they need to go, and we'll put another layer over the front of that. And now we're gonna start sanding and starting the beautification process. Alright guys, this is where we're at now after doing the plastic Bondo and shaping it, doing all the repair work. Got it to a point where I think she's going to look pretty okay. Got some good repairs going on. You guys remember earlier in the video what this thing looked like. And that's what that corner there looks like. Got that all repaired. We're going to get to priming. And then after she's primed, we'll send her to the paint shop, and then we'll get her reinstalled, and hopefully another happy customer. Alright you guys, it's a new day. We got it out of the paint booth a couple days ago, but due to some stuff going on, we had to wait to get it put back together. But I'll give you a look-see. You guys remember earlier in the video what she did look like. That's what we're looking like now. We had those bad, this was completely separated. We had some bad grooves going on here. Hit a big old crack going on there. She looks a lot better, and I'm pretty happy with how she turned out. And we got a new headlight to throw in it, new marker light. New skirt to throw over the sides where you see all those holes are. And then we'll bring her on back over to the truck here. We also got a new bumper we're going to throw the bumper on. Got to figure out the wiring still, but that shouldn't be too messy. But on this particular type of Kenworth, these things are just bolted onto the truck. Pretty nice system. It's a little tight, but you can get by. So we'll get her all put back together and installed and see how she goes. Alright, we got the fender all installed. As you can see here, we got the flap hood there put in place. We got our headlight installed. We got our center bar here put in. And these things, I kind of showed you, they just bolted on all the way up. We just got a couple of things left to do on this one. We got to put our lower piece here in, but we got to get that painted. And we got a light that goes here and a splash guard that covers all this up. The splash guard and the light, they're still on order, so they should be here sooner than later. So what we're gonna go do is we're gonna go ahead and start replacing our bumper. Alright, y'all, we got a bumper on there now that doesn't look like it's trying to go hitchhiking. Nice new shiny. These guys upgraded from aluminum to steel. Still pretty happy with how the repair turned out on this thing. But that's going to do it for this one. Just want to say thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.